This incredible woman turned the mundane task of packing her kids' lunch boxes into a job that pays. How? And in just a few years, this chef and blogger has rounded up millions of followers on the web. Please welcome Archana Doshi. You know, I have to say that I completely agree with the saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Do you think your childhood years shaped who you are today?
Absolutely. I grew up in Coimbatore, and I grew up with parents who think differently. My mom was a health freak, and my dad loved street food. Got into the kitchen maybe at the age of when I was in 3rd grade. I started with all the dirty things, from washing vessels to mopping the kitchen to cleaning up, and then came the stage of whipping, the cream and the batter for her, not getting into the oven and not getting into the stove and all those things. So I was brought up in an environment like that where they told me, here, you want to do it? Dive right into it and learn all the dirty things before you get into the actual work.
Archana's Kitchen started as a small blog, but now you have reached 3.5 million viewers on your website, which is incredible, and 800,000 followers on Google+, and other social media. Any entrepreneur, including myself, would just kill to get that type of traffic on their website, and yet you have done it organically without advertising. What has your journey? Please actually just tell us your secret.
I think being on social media is about being personal to me. I'm in a space where food is personal to people. What I cook through the day, what I pack for my kids' lunch boxes, what I made for a party for my son's birthday or when I have friends over, people connected like that.
Can you give us some timelines of when it started off as just a blog and how it progressed into being the website that it is today?
I'm a software engineer. And when I lost my job way back in the dot-com bust, I had 2 children, and I didn't have a job for so many years. I've been shuttling between masters to doing being a yoga teacher, which I still like to do, but it wasn't giving me the money, the revenues, the financial independence that I wanted to see. So I said, let me start off this thing called blog. And Google is up there, a startup who's making money because of ads. And being the technology person I am, and my husband even more, I started a parenting blog first. I had lots of friends tell me, why also write all the food that you cooked for your children? That's how Archana's Kitchen began. I started writing what I cooked for my children. So then blogging came along, and I started putting it up on a blog. It is great for people who just keep writing stories, but it's not great for people who are coming to my website to actually search for a recipe. Okay, back into computers. Let me code into getting a website done.
Did it yourself?
Yes, did it myself, brought the website up, and I still do the website myself. And yeah, so that's how Archana's Kitchen
and
began.
Everything else.
Yes.
And cook.
Yes, and cook.
And pack your kids' lunches.
Yes.
But you've also blogged about, I was going through your personal blog the other day, and you've blogged about how setting goals is very important to you. But what you do is not a regular corporate job where there are quantifiable things like sales targets or, that sort of thing. What goals do you set for yourself?
Every week I say, I'm going to do a task list and straight off. No, every day is a new day. And that, I think, is my plus point. Because I don't set goals that I'm going to achieve that target and I'm going to get this many viewers. I'm going to post this today. I'm going to post this today. Every morning, I don't think the previous night what I'm going to pack for my kids' lunch box that next day. Nothing is prepared. I wake up at 5:30.
Really?
And I plan at 5:30. I get into the kitchen and I'll open my fridge and that's it. It gives me new inspiration every day. If I were to plan Archana's Kitchen and deliver what I need to my people who are viewers who are actually anxiously looking to see what I'm going to cook today if it was planned, that's not me.
Right, so it's completely spontaneous.
It's
I didn't know that.
Completely spontaneous.
I just assumed, the way you organize your day, I thought you would have a 30-day menu chalked out.
No.
Archana, I only recently learned that one can make a living from blogging. or having a website that just gets a lot of traffic um, via Google Ads and other sorts of advertising. Was that your original goal?
My original goal was always to make money. I never shied from it.
That's good to hear.
Yes. So I was doing so well in my IT, and it pays well. And then when I was off job, it didn't do me good mentally, because being motherhood and not earning and just giving away the selfless time to your children is great, but at the end of the day, I wanted that self-satisfaction that I'm financially independent. So I decided, I know if Google can make money, I can, because I know how technology works, and we'll make it work. So it wasn't an easy process. Way back in 2007, December, when I started off and moved to my website, it's been a very slow process. I had placed ads, and yes, there were revenues very low as $5 a month. It paid off my website. I'm like, okay, it's paying off my website, and I'm just doing free time. I didn't look at monitoring. My husband always does my analytics. He looks at who are the publishers, who are the advertisers who are going to be on my website. And I still date. I get all the emails, and I was like, Ruthvik, forward, take care. I'm like, what am I supposed to reply? 2011 was my biggest break. Someone, Google actually came to me and say, hey, do you know you're actually making money out of your website? There was no analytics at that time. I did not look at my revenues. I kept doing what I had to do, and I kept putting my hands in multiple things of starting a catering business and doing ever so many things to keep myself occupied to get that financial independence. But when the Google approached me, that was the biggest break. The reason is they said, hey, you're doing so well. You're one of the very few women in India who is on the internet, being so active, using all the right technologies, placing all the ads in the right place. The Chrome ad, the first ever ad that Google did on television was on me.
That is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, I was overwhelmed. I said, at that point, I said, I'm leaving everything and I'm just focusing on this. No catering, no classes, cooking classes at home, and no this, and just Archana's kitchen.
What kind of a living can you actually make? Is it equivalent to a salary? Are you financially independent? Because it's a lot of gray area of, making. Nobody knows how much you can actually make through an ad.
Google is one of the most richest companies of the world, and they earn their money only through ads. I have grown 10 times from $5 to whatever I am right now, and it's that growth, and I have a 15% month-on-month growth, and that's phenomenal. And I've double and I triple every year, and that's great.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Who's in your team?
I have a very quirky, fun, young 2 boys from Christ College. We have lovely days of shooting once a week. I shoot once a week right now, and we have a great time through the day. And yes, at the end of it, they get to eat all that I make. Yeah. And I also have an editor. I have like about 80 guest writers, which is growing rapidly right now. I have so many recipes coming in from great home cooks and chefs. It's phenomenal that they're so talented, and they want to share what they cook in their house into the kitchen, and they have a space. I'm so glad. I think that's the most humbling experience I've had with the kitchen. And I make sure before it gets published, each one of them gets reviewed by me. And yes, I cook each one of those recipes.
When you you run these contests as well on your Facebook page, and don't you get like hundreds of entries?
Absolutely.
And you go through all of them?
Yeah, I go through all of them.
Archana, walk me through a day in Archana's kitchen.
My alarm rings, and at 5, and I wake up at 5:30, brush, walk right into the kitchen at 5:40. And I'm out looking into my refrigerator, what to pack, 3 dabbas, my husband and my 2 boys. And yes, by 6:30, I'm done. When they're in the shower, I quickly take 2 pictures and then go back to get them ready. At 7:20, I head out to the gym, have a workout with my trainer for an hour and a half, maybe. I make sure after he trains me, I get my half an hour of yoga, which is a must. And then I come back home. I plan and tell my help, these are the vegetables chopped for dinner, lunch, whatever, tea time snack when the kids come back from school. And she gets some stuff ready, and I'm on my computer. And through the day, I'm editing, connecting with all my people who have made comments on my website, communicating with all my advertisers, making sure I get paid, all the mundane tasks that have to be done, I do that, and I get into my kitchen, start cooking again for lunch and dinner. And yes, from 4 to 9, I shut off completely. My laptop is shut down. I also do online cooking hangouts, private sessions, a lot of them online hangouts wherein someone from around the world, it's mostly not from India, so hence I do it after 9. Each one sitting in their own kitchens, and they cook along with me Indian food.
I just hang out on my couch. That's what hangout means to me. What do your kids and family, your kids must think that every kitchen has studio lights. What do your kids think of all of this?
My children love it. They are great photographers as well. They love the lights. They know how to use my camera. And they both each have a camera.
Are you raising good Indian men who cook?
Absolutely, absolutely. I started off with cleaning, and they clean with me.
I have 2 daughters.
Yes.
Archana, truly, you are truly inspiring. I just love your story. It is so unique. But as you know, I won't let you go until
The quickie.
the quickie. Do you ever order pizza?
No.
What was lunch today?
Rajma chawal,
Your favorite cuisine?
curd rice, and more molaga.
Describe the internet in 3 words.
It's quick, it's fast, and full of knowledge.
Your favorite gadget?
My phone,
A blogger you idolize?
myself.
Your #1 cheerleader?
My husband.
How do you unwind?
Watching a video on TED or any video that my husband shows me.
Conversations with Namu Kini.
And yes, conversations with Namu Kini.
Please just, Does Archana Doshi ever call in sick?
No.
Didn't think so. The fabulous Archana Doshi, everybody.